you'd be forgiven for wondering how Netflix's Jupiter's Legacy compares to other recent entries in the glut of wait, what if superheroes, but, you know, realistic content currently swamping streaming services. To be fair, this realistic superheroes business is something we comics readers have been slogging through for decades, the rest of the culture's just catching up. Welcome, pull up a chair, here's a rag to wipe those supervillain entrails off the seat back before you sit down. So here's a cheat sheet. Netflix's Jupiter's Legacy is less cynical and empty than Amazon's The Boys. Less bright and blood-flecked than Amazon's Invincible. Less weird and imaginative than Netflix's The Umbrella Academy. Less funny and idiosyncratic than HBO Max's Doom Patrol. Less dark and dour than HBO Max's Titans. Less innovative and intriguing than Disney Plus's WandaVision. Less dutiful and disappointing than Disney Plus's The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Less thoughtful and substantive than HBO's Watchmen. Less formulaic and procedural than the various CW super shows, which I include here only out of a sense of completism, not because they're aiming for the same kind of performative realism that drive most of these other series. It's unfair to make these comparisons, sure. But it's also inevitable, given the crowded landscape of superheroes on TV right now. And in every one of those comparisons, Jupiter's Legacy doesn't necessarily come up short, it's far better than The Boys, especially, but it does come up derivative. Makes sense, derivative is a word that got slapped on the comics series it's based on, by writer Mark Millar and artist Frank Whiteley, which kicked off in 2013. Millar and Whiteley would likely prefer the term homage, of course, and after all, the superhero genre is by nature nostalgic and, too deeply self-referential. So the fact that so many story elements, and more than a few images, of Jupiter's Legacy, comics and Netflix series both, echo those found in the 1996 DC Comics miniseries Kingdom Come is something more than coincidental and less than legally actionable.